everyone. I don't know if anybody else has a Taco Tuesday in their household, but we do every now and then. We do love our tacos, but we do them vegan style, of course. And ironically, this past weekend we went antiquing, and look what we found at the antique store. It reminds me of Mexico. Isn't it cool? We're gonna hang it here in the sunroom. It's got a perfect little home here. So let's head to the kitchen and make some tacos. Okay, so I prepped a lot of things ahead of time for this meal. So I have 1.5 cups of farro already cooked in no beef broth, and 1.5 cup of lentils cooked in no beef vegetable broth. So this is going to be my foundation for my tacos. The lentils is going to replace meat, and I have a can of refried beans already sitting in the pan. Before I even went plant-based, when my kids were growing up, I always made their tacos with a can of refried beans, white rice, and ground beef, because of the fact that I was just so frugal that I wanted to make that meat go further. And plus, it was healthier because I was getting more rice and beans in them instead of just all meat. So it wasn't very difficult for me to turn that recipe into plant-based simply by switching out the lentils for the ground beef, as well as I upgraded my white rice to farro because it has a lot of good texture in it. So today I'm going to be prepping some of the ingredients that I like on my tacos, but I know everybody has their personal choice on what they like on tacos, as well as if they like a hard shell, soft shell tortilla, or corn tortilla. But I'm just going to make them the way I like them. So I have very finely shredded cabbage. It's just my favorite crunch in a taco. Since I don't use a crunchy taco shell, I use a soft corn tortilla. I'm cutting up some cilantro to add to that. I just feel like cilantro is definitely a needed item if you're going to cook anything Mexican. I like putting cilantro on anything and everything, but Mexican, definitely I feel like it needs it. For those of you that aren't familiar with cilantro, when you buy it, a lot of people think that you just cut up the leaves, but you don't have to. You can cut up the stems as well. Cilantro stems taste a lot like cilantro itself, so they just give a little bit more crunch and texture to whatever you're putting it in. Now, you can't really do the same thing with parsley, in case you're wondering. Parsley's stems, they're much more bitter. You want to definitely cut off the stems on parsley. Now, I'm using little tiny tomatoes just because it's what I have left, and I just am going to have enough for the few tacos that I'm going to make right now. Now I add scallions to mine. So what I have is scallions, cilantro, tomatoes, and finely shredded cabbage, and I simply squeeze lime on it. It is just something that I have found that I really like with a taco. So it's just kind of like this little salad that goes on top of my taco. As you see, I was good about wearing my cutting glove. So I'm just gonna mix that up and let it marinate in the little lime juice that I put in it. At this point, you could add like pepper, garlic powder, anything else you'd want in your seasonings. But I'm gonna end up using a commercial taco sauce that goes along with that. And again, I'm about shortcuts. So as you can see, we've got vegan cheeses here to use with the tacos. I'm not a big vegan cheese eater because it's not real cheese anyway, but it's helping Brian transition because he loves cheese, so he uses these when he makes his tacos. For me, I'm happy with just my little slaw that I make up on my tacos. All right, it's time to make the tacos. We're gonna use 2 seasoning packets for this recipe. Okay, I have my stove on medium-high with 1 can of refried beans, 1.5 cups of the cooked farro, 1.5 cups of the lentils. And if you're wondering, this is pretty much all equal parts because a can of refried beans is about 1.5 cups too. So that's easy to remember for future. I'm going to start off with 2/3 cup water because that's what 1 packet calls for. I can always add more water if I want to, but it's hard to cook out the extra water. So at this point, we're just gonna start with 2/3 cup water. This was one of those transition meals that my husband can eat any day of the week. He hasn't found any problem substituting this out for regular taco meat. It has so much texture and flavor. So as you can see, that amount of water was pretty good for the 2 packets and the amount of stuff I had. I'm just gonna simmer it for a little bit just to let those flavors seep in and some of the water to cook out a little bit. This mixture would also be awesome to make burritos with. Okay, so this taco meat was cooking for about 5 to 10 minutes just to get a nice consistency for your tacos. I'm preheating my skillet to heat up my corn tortillas because it's just about time to eat. So I let it cool off just a little bit because then it thickens up a little bit. I think I'm just gonna make 1 taco right now because Brian's at the dentist and he's gonna be home very soon, and that way I can eat with him. But I definitely will eat one right now. I can't look at this and smell this and not have at least one. Okay, so I put a little bit of my slaw on there. That hint of lime in there, I just love it. A little taco sauce. I do love some tacos. And I find these to be so satisfying, you don't miss the meat at all. I bought an avocado just to use for these tacos. I guess I'll be cutting that for the ones I eat with Brian. But they definitely don't need avocado. They're so good without it. And I really don't miss using cheese on my tacos. I think they have so much flavor that they don't really need cheese. I think it's just maybe a habit thing for Brian, but he still likes using the vegan cheese. If you've never had cabbage on your taco, you ought to give it a try. It's got such a nice crunch in there. Loki, you want to come back in the camera? Come say goodbye. Come over here, Loki. He's got his chew toy with him. He's playing. He's chewing on his rawhide right now, so he was too busy to be in here. Say goodbye to everyone. Yeah? Say see you next week. Thanks for joining us on Taco Tuesday. It was another party for our taste buds. Well, at least mine. Or should I say it was a fiesta for my taste buds. What'd you think?